Hello, welcome to my channel where I taste and rank different types of alcoholic beverages. Today we'll be doing a beer tasting, specifically trying 12 different types of American lagers. This tasting ranking is strictly my opinion, so there is no right or wrong answers, just where I believe I would rank these guys based off the taste. With that said, let's get started. Alright, and here's my list. So I am going to do 4 of national brands of lagers, being like the biggest brands out there, being Budweiser, Coors, Hamm's, and Miller High Life actually, and then going from there, being trying some American craft lagers that's out there. All right. So first on the list I have is going to be the Miller High Life for the Miller Brewing Company. This is also their Champagne of the Beers out of Wisconsin. This is a bigger bottle because I couldn't find any small bottles, but you know, with this being a lager and being, you know, the Miller Coors brands, it was pretty inexpensive. It was like $3 for a 32 ounce. Alright, color on the beer. So me personally, Miller High Life is one of my most favorite everyday lagers if I'm looking for something inexpensive. And just me drinking this does have the best flavor, I believe, for some of the American lagers that are out there. So High Life on its own, you know, it has a little bit of sweetness from the maltiness. It's very easy drinking. And I wouldn't say it's very clean. It does have a little bit of an aftertaste. But overall, you know, for spending $2.50 on a bottle like this, you know, I definitely think it's better than most other brands that are out there. So this one is a little bit more biased for me personally, but I do definitely enjoy this one. This one I definitely rank it at A. Again, I like it. I enjoy it. I just feel like it's more flavorful than some of the other brands. But yeah, that's what I think. Alright, next I have is Budweiser. Good old Budweiser from Missouri. Right there, brewed by Anheuser-Busch. See, now when I drink Budweiser, it's not bad. It's very bland, but it does have a little bit of a worse aftertaste than most beers. It's the aftertaste that most people don't like about lagers. You know, just very just dry, almost like a wet towel. Again, it's okay, but not my favorite. This one I'd rank a D. This has a weird aftertaste that I'm not a big fan of. Alright, next. Alright, next is Coors Banquet. Colorado. Coors is a little bit worse, honestly, than Budweiser. I actually enjoy Budweiser a little more. This one has even worse aftertaste than Budweiser does. Has more of that little wet towel taste, like a stinky dog. I don't know. It just doesn't taste good at all. This definitely was not my favorite. This one I'm going to rank it at an E. It was not good. I didn't like it. Didn't enjoy it at all. Alright, last one I have that we're going to try, that's going to be one of those national brands that's usually everywhere. It's going to be Hamm's out of Michigan. Sorry, yeah, no, this is out of Wisconsin. Sorry. This is also made by the Miller Brewing Company, Miller Coors Brewing Company. All that. This was very interesting. I don't enjoy it at all, honestly. This one I would compare it to almost like Budweiser. It does have a little bit of a weird citrus taste aftertaste, which is kind of a little bit weird. I don't know. This is a little awkward. Again, it just has like a citrus taste that I'm not a big fan of, but it also tastes that same taste that you get from Budweiser and Coors Light, with just like that wet towel smell, wet towel taste. Not a fan. This one I'm going to rank it an E as well, next to the Coors. Alright, moving on. So those are the 4 big national brands. All 4 are between 4 to 5% alcohol, which typically most American lagers are. But let's get with the craft lagers, and we're going to compare it and see where these guys rank. So first one is from Topa Brewing out of California. This is their Dos Topas Lager, 4.5% alcohol. This one's actually very, a little bit hazy compared to the other. This one definitely has a little bit of lemony taste to it, which is a little bit weird. This is almost reminds me of like almost a Mexican lager. Didn't say Mexican lager on the can, but definitely tastes like closer to a Mexican lager with that little lemon taste to it. Wasn't bad. Definitely had more flavors for being American lager. Again, I just don't like the little aftertaste of that lemon citrus taste. This one I'm gonna rank a C. Again, if it didn't have that, I think I would rank it a little bit higher. If it was just a little bit cleaner without that taste, would have been pretty good. All right, next I have is Brooklyn Lager out of New York. 5.2% alcohol. And so this is actually a hoppy amber lager is what they call it. So we'll see what it's going to taste like. Ooh, color definitely is more amber-like. Amberish yellow. Definitely smells hoppy. Definitely tastes hoppy. It's not bad. It has a little bit of funkiness to it because of the hops. It almost tastes like it wants to be very clean and enjoyable like a lager, but because of the hops that's there, the hop just overpowers and takes over, so it becomes more like just a hoppy beer. It's like a hoppy malty beer, which is a little bit weird. I didn't enjoy this too much myself personally, so I'm gonna rank this one a D. I wish it just had more defined taste. I wish it would either be a hoppy lager or a hoppy beer or a lager, but because it's trying to be kind of both, it didn't. I don't think it mixed well at all. So I'm gonna leave it at D. All right, next I have is Beachwood Brewing out of California. I'm going to butcher the name, but it's called a Hayabusa lager. This is 5.3% alcohol. Nice color to it. This one definitely has a really nice clean taste to it. It finishes off with a little bit of citrus. Like a little bit of a lemon citrusness to it. It's not bad. It's actually pretty good. So far, I do like it better than the rest. But overall, I think the Miller High Life is still tastes better to me. This one I rank it a B though. It was actually pretty good. All right, next. All right, I have his Founders Solid Gold out of Michigan. This is 4.4% alcohol. Solid Gold. This one has a little darker yellow to it. Now this is the probably one that I would be ranked comparable to Miller High Life. It's very clean. It's very easy drinking. It's one of those beers which I could definitely crush. You know, put in a game of beer pong and be able to drink this every single time and drink just fine. And taste wise, I just think it's the cleanest one so far. This one I definitely would rank it at A. It was very easy drinking. It had everything going for it. Wasn't hoppy at all. Just very enjoyable. This is the one where, again, if we would drink a lager, because lagers are usually meant to be, drinking casually and easy drinking, and for party goers, they want to drink a lot of it. This definitely, I think, is very crushable and very easy drinking, and we'll definitely do that for people. All right, next I have is Abnormal Brewing out of San Diego, and this is their Decked Out Light Lager. 4% alcohol. This is a very, very nice light yellow color to it. A very foamy top. Ooh, this is actually very good as well. Very easy drinking, very clean, very crisp. I'm not getting hoppiness to it at all, which is great. It's not sweet at all either. I think they did a wonderful job with this. It just tastes so clean and easy drinking, like I would expect from a lager. This is another fantastic, just easygoing, easygoing, easy drinking, party going lager that I think most people enjoy. This one I reckon A. It was delicious. Alright, next I have is Kona Longboard Island Lager. This is out of Hawaii. 4.6% alcohol. That nice golden color. This was not good. I thought this would be a little bit better. This reminds me of drinking a Modelo, honestly, but not as bad. Honestly, if I'm going to rank it with any of these guys, what's going to be closest to it, it's probably closest to Budweiser. It's definitely not enjoyable. It just has a little weird aftertaste to it. Kona is owned by Anheuser-Busch, so probably why they taste similar in taste. Again, I'm not a big fan. Just has that weird, like, old aftertaste that I'm not enjoying. So this one I'm gonna give it a D. It wasn't bad. It wasn't as bad as the Coors and Hamms, but it was definitely down there with the other brands. All right. Next I have is Trumer Pills. Right there, out of California. So this guy should be closer to a German lager than anything. Let's see. .9% alcohol. Alright, so these guys are owned by Grand Venus, who also owns Shinerbach. So people who like Shiner definitely would almost enjoy these guys as well. Nice color. This is actually really good as well. Not as clean as the Founders or the Abnormal, but I would rank this very similar to Beachwood. Has a very good clean taste to the start and then a very slight citrus taste to the end. I feel like this one would rank at A if it just was much cleaner in taste, but overall it's actually it is delicious, very good. This guy to rank with the B. Again, it definitely reminded me of the Beachwood as well. It was delicious though. I would drink this one again. Alright, last but not least, save the best one for last. This is El Segundo's Broken Skull American Lager. So Broken Skull is, named after the Steve Austin, the pro wrestler. And El Segundo is out of California. So their main attraction is that, this is Steve Austin's beer. He does do a lot of advertising for this brand. He's been seen to drink this beer on the show as well. But yeah, this is his American Lager. All right. And I'm not a fan of it. It's not bad, but it's also not great. It does have a little aftertaste to it, remind me of a Corona, which is not good. Just a slight taste to it, though. Again, it's not overly bad. Again, I could definitely see myself drinking this casually if I really had a drink. If it was the only one there, I'd be able to finish a whole pack to myself. But definitely not as great as the others. This guy, I'd rank it a C. Alright guys, well this is my list. What do you guys think? Have you guys had any of these? Where would you guys have ranked these guys if you guys had them? If there's anything you guys would like me to try, leave a comment and let me know. Thank you for watching, and cheers.